morning, sunshine. Coming to you with today's this weekend's forecast. I'm going to do something different. I'm all spiced up because we're supposed to do a toast. I'm going to do it via Zoom, but they had us that we could come down there to a place and do a toast for my friend that I talked about, that one I dedicated to about her passing. So I'm repping my high school alma mater from Whitney Young, and in Chicago. So this is what that's why I got my shirt on, because I knew her. We were high school classmates. So let's look at overall energies for this weekend. Let's see what's in the forecast. What is this, 27, 28? What's today's date? You know, with this, with this lockdown stuff, sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'm going to bring my tea much closer. Clear. Right here. Okay, this came out before. So Spirit wants us to continuously understand, to have faith in the process. Okay, we got a lot of things going on both ends for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Then bring glasses down to first. That's all right. We're going to ask for healing in the eyes. We want both of them. We got these birds here so we can be able to ascend. And we got this wagon. We got to be like a child. You know, a lot of times when we had the red wagon, we had like a big brother or sister kind of carry us along and drag us along. So especially in our emotions, we got to have faith in the process. It's very hard when we get into that divine feminine energies, which is our emotional self, to be able to the conscious or even the subconscious, to be able to get on board consciously about what is subconsciously, both of them really, because if you're in the masculine, you have a tendency, if you're a male, female, to be more analytical about some things, and you can still house the divine feminine energies either way it go. So we have to really come to that understanding that we've got to have faith. We have to let like our spiritual guides, our support system, our soul family, or whatever, those kind of help to kind of drag us along, kind of pull us on that wagon. Most of the time they used to do that. I could see little movies, little kids got their little pets, or they got their little toys in the little wagon, and they're kind of just dragging it along with them wherever they're going. So in the process, some of us is going to need somebody got to release something. Excuse me. It's going to have some other people kind of pretty carry them into that time to kind of help them go on to the next spot. Let's look at the energies for the divine masculine and divine feminine this weekend. So we got for the overall energies for the divine masculine, we have, that came out last time, that came out again. No, here, I didn't see that. That caught my eye. Say something about this one too. So, what's going on with the divine masculine? So we have chaos and disorganized and directing. So again, there's still some chaos going around with this divine masculine this weekend. But they're saying to me that it's more in a positive thing. It's like almost, they say stop, backtrack, fork in the road. It's like it's a method to my madness. So although things look chaos, like does he know what the heck he doing? You know, remember I am divine masculine central, so divine masculines are welcome. So anything negative that comes out with, I'm reading what's in the cards, and I'm not adding any negative things onto it. I have to remind myself that too. To it. So what I'm just adding on is just like really for you can understand, to emphasize. So again, that's anybody when they say it, like it's all right, I know what I'm doing, and they're like, it don't kind of look like you know what you're doing, but they're like, that's all right, I know what I'm doing. So it's like, you know, you kind of question and say, does the divine masculine know what he's doing? Because this look like this is a whole bunch of mess right here. So he's in the point that he's really directing. So it's like here, I want this moving piece, this moving piece, this moving piece. It looks like chaos to the human eye, but him, he says spiritually underneath it all, he understands exactly what he wants to actually occur. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. So let's send prayers that way that he says, no, I know directly where I want to go right now. So, great. We have this duality too, these two different things. So there's a competition. There's a duality that I'm picking up as far as in his life was showing up. It's a duality of what his friends, what he wants actually in his life. To actually curb. And so this is competition they're saying for like a vying of attention. It's like who's going to get the spot. They're showing me like musical chairs. So they're going around and they push it. So it's like who's going to really get the spot here with this. So it's a duality in the competition with that. It's competing and conflicting there too as well. Which is causing him to kind of go into this thing. It's like, you know what, I feel him like a person. After a while you go around and around, you get tired of that musical chair stuff. Like, okay, the divine feminine got the spot, the divine masculine, I mean the karmic, divine karmic feminine's got the spot. No, the divine feminine's got the spot. No, it's the divine masculine got the spot. It's like, no, I want the spot now. So all this going around and around to me, I'm seeing them saying, I'm seeing somebody getting pushed. It's like, it's like, okay, no, right now, I'm going to get the spot. Because he's understanding that he's going to the point that he's doing a lot of recycling, repeating of the same cycles. And it's time because he's consuming himself. That's why I felt like exhaustion. It's like he just collapsed in the chair once he gets into the chair, actually. And he's understanding it is coming time for some things that's got to die off and resurrect. I watched somebody else's reading. It was talking about like the divine masculine. What knows that he was immature. He's moving. He's dying off. And again, it's this process again that the divine masculine is now coming to understanding the overall energies of there's a process that we're actually going through. And he's understanding that. He says, I'm embracing that now. Understanding that it's linear, looking across the board as far as how each moving piece had a part to play in it and how it creates that domino effect that like this one, I don't know why you say, and they tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on and so on. The two friends could be several things. It's like the people who he hanging around here is like they ganging up more and more. This is something else I'm getting channeled. The two friends is the problems. They do two friends. They tell two friends that most problems gets multiplied. The thinking and the ideas, the negative thinkers, they get multiplied. You know, all these things is just kind of like it's just more and more, almost like baby kids. They don't die, they multiply. So understanding that he's got to break away from this cycle and become independent. Whether it's the friends, it's the problems, it's how he's thinking. All these things play a part. So this is where the divine masculine says, I am in the process. So we're going to talk from this, seems like this way. So when we're talking about having faith in the process, let's look at the overall energies for this weekend of understanding how's the divine feminine dealing with her energies overall. Clear. Not so many. Thank you. Yeah, that was too many. Because I don't think I'm dealing with them today. Okie dokie. So we got a lot of Asian heritage ones of divine feminine energies. Okay, the essence of all Buddhas, Yogini. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. That's interesting. We're moving into the month of July, and it had already been channeled to me and prophesied to me that July will be a month of freedom, and August will be a month of firecrackers. Everything that we have practiced up until then, I had prophesied on this a while ago, they're saying that April was to get your characters together, who your main people and your players together, get all your key principles and things that you wanted to do. May was the time to kind of do like a dress rehearsal. June was the time in which you are actually practicing what you preach or what things that you have gotten, seeing who need to be on the table, who need to be off, because this is actually like Broadway, where we actually, you know, like Broadway shows. They try it out and then they actually do it on Broadway, off Broadway, and then it's like, okay, it's ready, so now it's time for us to do actually Broadway, and this is where we at. And now we're finding who's going to stay, who's going to go, like, okay, that actor didn't work. Maybe we need to go with the understudy this time. Or that composition of a song that we use for that don't really help with the intensity of the scene that we have. So, changing the lighting, changing the scenery, those things. This is where we at. Okay, so now after that is freedom. We done did all the stuff in July. Now we're just running off of, now we're just doing shows. Show after show after show after show. Ain't no more changing. If somebody's sick, we just pull in the understudy because we already got our foundation of what we are actually showing out there to the public, which is ourselves. So right now what they're saying is about this. We're understanding that we're living in the now and understanding every moment counts. This is what they're telling me. And so that right now, this is especially in the 3D world. So when it says everything is material for my liberation, understanding that right now and having faith in the process, that every lesson learned, every thought, everything I watch, everything that happens, actions or reactions, are all these things that are helping me to create my freedom here this weekend. And we're understanding that, expressing myself, showing people this other side of me. That's helping me to create my freedom. We also have the energy here, which is, that was this card, so you can see. Okay, and then we have Mao Shan, this prince, the princess of mercy. Giving is receiving, the energy of the universal merciful. The energy is of the universe is merciful. Right now, what I can feel again is mercy again. I'm going to say mercy, mercy, mercy. What I'm feeling now is really understanding to be forgiving yourself. Like I told him in my sunshine circle, practice self-love. So when you practice self-love, you're able to move into that space of understanding of being merciful. Like things you don't feel like you're going to put the hammer down or slam down on people really that hard, that you kind of really give some people a pass. It's just like easy. I just want peace. So I'm just going with the flow of everything. You might even feel merciful as far as even with your divine counterpart if they have done anything, and right now you just like, okay, I'm just giving everybody passes this weekend. So this is where you are. You're in the giving. You're giving, understanding what you give out, you receive back, and understanding that you're at the point that just like you practice it, just like the greatest way show of Jesus Christ, of unconditional love. Some things that you used to, and that's a process that you got to, because probably back then you probably that child, if you seen me 6 months ago, some of that stuff they pull, and I've been and told them, listen here, you kiss my ass, blah 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 blah, and cuss them out real good, erased them, typed them, and rewrite them, and they would understand that I meant business. Let me drink my tea on that. But now you say, but I have been changed. I am now divine. I am now a practicing Christ-like, or what would Jesus do, doer, activist. So my thing is, this is where you are right now, because you've done the work, even with the karmics, right? This person, place, a thing, family members, the job or whatever. Some of you all are not in that kind of like, kind of attitude, okay? This is where we're at. All right, let's look and see what's happening in the 3D right now. Clear. So that's the overall energies for the divine masculine energies and the divine feminine. Overall energies for the collective is have faith in the process. So now let's move into and see what's happening for the divine feminine, no, divine masculine. I started with the energies first. What's happening with the divine masculines in the 3D right now? What's happening with them? No, I don't feel that. Make it clear, make it plain. Ooh, that's too many. Okay, this right here. Thank you. Divine feminines. Right here. This speaks to me. Ooh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Coming from mercy, mercy, mercy. Okay. The divine masculine feels like a right there. If some of these divine masculines are in a 3D karmic relationship right now, a third party thing, he really is concentrating on the divine feminine. I see the music here. So to me, I say, let the music play. He won't get away. They've got to hear it down. He'll come back to you again. So let the music play look like, to me, he's calling in the divine feminine to kind of like tame that beast, or to be able to say, okay, open up to me. This other third party energies here is knowing about this. A lot of you all divine feminines might even be energies, might be even feeling the divine masculine sending you songs. Right now, he feels that the divine masculine feels like he's in his power, divine masculine energies right now. He said, I'm working on my ground and rooted, and I'm really being very vulnerable. But he feels still that the divine feminine is still hiding in some kind of ways. I don't know. She's in the process of really becoming vulnerable with him, because I see these two columns here, which just means in the twin flame adventure themselves. So some of them, it's been a kind of like a struggle they see for the divine feminine. So I want to say in some ways, like, she's like, okay, I'm preparing to get myself to get ready to be vulnerable along with you. I'm not quite there, but she's working on that. Because in this position, you don't know if she's taking it off and putting it on. But I'm picturing that she's taking it off. Okay, because I see already clothes has been made. So this is what the divine feminine says. I'm preparing. I'm getting ready to be able to get vulnerable along with you. He feels he's in his king status. This is where I'm in my king energy. I got my cape here. It's got a little deception there because it's got a hood there. But he's grounded and rooted, and to me this is turning into whatever deception things like this, more so into being more of a divine thing, more so than that. Like, could it to like this, not the deception, let's take it back. He has the hood there for like the cloak to cover himself as well. Because they say take it back. Now it's a combination of all. In this situation, there's deception. He wears the cloak to protect himself while he's in this situation of deception. Gotcha. Confirmation. Okay, just want to make sure I said it right. Okay, judgment. He really wants this judgment to come on, because he is, some of these divine masters ready to have this family with this divine feminine. He understands the ties that binds him. He wants this new beginning, which is represented here with this baby here. Spirit and guys here. You got your spiritual team, source, powers that be are really helping to make this happen. They send in the energies. It's interesting when I look out, I don't have my glasses, but it looks like almost like their heart chakra is streaming energies to the heart chakras of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Although this is curtains, but to me from a distance, it looks like it's like green light being streamed down to them, which will represent their heart chakra. He wants to be able, this is on this side or this side? No, it was only one card that came out for them. So this is yours. Okay. He wants to take this full journey. He understands he's got some things, but this is interesting. That unlike the hangman, he's got a snake here beside him. Now this snake is not wrapped around his leg, so he understands that he's coming from being released from this kind of karmic situation that might have once upon a time had been bound around his leg here that wouldn't give him forward mobility, and he's moving toward the idea of coming together with him and his divine counterpart here. He's only taking the bare necessities that he needs. He understands about the downloads, and I'm looking at it, and he's kind of got this. He got to eliminate some things because it's kind of in brown, but it's got some orange tinge to it too as well. So that lets me know that he understands that he's got to manifest this, and he's got to see how he's making healthy relations with other connections with other people. For the divine feminine energies here, she's moving into the emperor. All right, so in her thinking, she getting that thinking together as well. Okay, thank you. Understanding the process, like, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. In my emotions, I'm letting it just kind of flow, but keeping my eyes on the prize here. And really, she's got her eye on this emperor. It's like, this to me, when I look at this, it's like she's really picturing her divine master. Say, even if he ain't in that, excuse my bondage, ain't in that energy, this is how I'm picturing him. Because in order for me to have faith in the process this weekend, I've got to picture my masculine in his emperor thing. He's already showing this is the same thing. There go that red cape again. He's already again. There go by the side by side comparison. Who is this? Oh, somebody at the door. Ooh, is that the divine masculine? Hold on one second, because I have to watch, because I know my mom don't like nobody come to no door and stuff like this. So hold on one second. I have to see who this is, so she up there by herself. Who is this for? She said, hold on one second. What that? Is that house they got down the block? I sure want to see what they got up in there. Man, oh man. Okay, he'll be like, I'm moving down the block. I'm manifesting that house bigger. But anyway, concentrate. Squirrel. Big squirrel moment. But I had to see that and make sure anybody talked to mom on that one. So this is what she's saying. I'm starting to picture my divine masculine in his emperor. Rather he in it or not, this is what I'm going to do. And that's going to help to draw him. That energy is very good for you to be able to bring, rather than feminine or masculine body, human bodies. That's good. Let's look and see what's happening at the heart of the matter with these situations this weekend. What's the heart of the matter when we talk about this keeping the faith here? Woo! I thought it. I told you deception was there. I called it. Because these cards, I've been with them since the beginning. They almost trained on their own. I ain't got to say who I'm talking about. They come out on their own. That's how long I've been with these. These cards. Like, these are like old friends. These are my first set of cards. So I can just touch it and it's already going to know. They've been saturated. Okay, let's take this one card at a time. Let's do it like this. Because I ain't got enough room to spread them out here like this. This is that. That's that. That's that. That's that. I'm trying to keep it neat. I'm so glad I was watching somebody else's tarot thing. She was just piling them on like me. I say, see, this is why I'm trying to tell them. I ain't got no time for all this. I'm doing it all nice and neat. Okay, so right now the heart of the matter is the divine masculine is having, allowing his heart and soul to sing with joy. He's got passion this weekend. What's bringing that on? Because he's feeling blessed, and it's because he's feeling blessed because he's feeling blessed feelings from the divine feminine. That's because you practicing that mercy. It's just like, forget it. You know what? If I'm in the energy of actually wanting this divine masculine, all that stuff that then went on beforehand, I'm gonna have to practice really forgiveness and just give him mercy about what had happened on these things. Now, these are for people who are ready. I'm time jumping. I'm hearing somebody die. I ain't all that extra stuff that you're doing now. You know, I don't advocate, nor do I back up or support that. So I don't co-sign on that type of energy here. So my thing is again, if that's what again that you here want, yes, in this energy you would practice mercy. He's feeling that energy. It's like, you know what, just forget it, because you got to remember again, they're acting from their distorted self. Many of these divine masculines, and I love the subscriber that checked me, and that's fine. And she said everybody don't have childhood wounds. That's true. Some of them are coming from childhood wounds. Some of them coming from past relationships that have caused this thing, from the job, any kind of things that's been traumatized, that maybe gave them PTSD on some things, has changed the psyche or the whole scope of their true identity of who they actually are. So again, some of us, we have to keep that account again. That's why we have to practice mercy, or if you want to say mercy, or empathy, or not sympathetic. I don't like that, because that's kind of like downgrading. Like, I'm better than you and you down. Empathy is better. It's like we're on the same level. That goes back to that linear. We on the same level, and I can step myself in your shoes and say, yeah, you know what, if I was in that position, I could feel that same way too. You've got to practice empathy. That's where mercy comes from. You understand? Thank you, Raphael. If you understand that, that is also a way for you to be able to do that as well. So with you practicing this, that mercy or that empathy, or saying I'm forgiving, I'm practicing in that, and you really are doing the work yourselves, divine feminine, he's feeling blessed. Because he's feeling blessed, he's feeling this passion. Plus, he's also understanding that there's no place like home, because again, you've been sending this vibration, say, I'm gonna see you in this, rather you in it or not. This is the template I'm putting in, and I'm waiting for you to just go step right on into what I just put out there. I'm putting out that emperor energy out there, because this is what I see you as. No matter what you had did before then. Thank you, angels. Whatever I had seen you beforehand on that, I'm doing like, what's the one that's back? There you go. All right. Doesn't matter about what is happening. Who is that? House of Hoshun. She get to bring the bell. Got my angel bell there. We gonna sing right along with you. Just because you have that, that does not mean that, you know, he's understanding he's not acting that way. You see him as that way, you know. You got to faith it till you make it. You got to see him in faith as far as this way. He's understanding there's no place like home. That's helping him to discern. Okay? Next one. The deception card. I told you, whatever this situation he is in this third party energies, he's working with that. Someone is wearing a false mask. What's going on with that? Got a story here. It's got him to thinking emotionally. He wants to rise up and go higher. I'm sorry. Let me show you the cards. It's moving him out of this between worlds energies where he's on the fence. He's moving into what is colorized, whereas you are. He's starting to understand that he is playing himself small. That's what the tribe card is for. He's been parroting, been repeating everybody like a parrot. Everything everybody else says, he's been parroting the same ideologies, the same belief system, and understanding, you know what, I got to come up with my own self, because his future self here is telling his former self, this is not going to work. Where you're at is dead. That thinking and that ideology is dead. It no longer serves you. Understand it is not for you. We got to watch next strategies and things that we do. We playing chess here. As Jupiter 11 said, not checkers. So understand that we got to make the move count. I say, make that move right now, baby. So right now where he's at, he understands this does not suit me. This is not where I'm supposed to be, because he's starting to look at the man in the mirror. Understanding he's got a leg up on the situation. I'm feeling, I've seen in other readings, that he's getting some kind of leg up, some kind of way he's seeing his way out on something. He's got a download from spirit. Thank you. Clarify for that. He's got a download for spirit as well. And then also understanding that he's been nurturing himself. He's going to be ready to move with brute force here too. And he's working, if some of them do have inner childhood or wounds, he's working with that as well. That's represented. So he's understanding right now when it comes to the deception thing, he's got to play things by the book. Again, he's understanding this is like chess. I got to move some pieces off. I got to be strategic in what I'm doing. That immature energies that got me into this mess is not the same energies that I got to do to get out of here. Like my grandmother said, you put your hand in the lion's mouth, you got to work real careful till you work it out. So this is what he's understanding. In the past, I was a fool. I know now I got to guard myself, and even in the future, I got to continue to guard myself. Although everything around me is not giving me markers as what to do, I've got to find and rely on myself. But whatever I'm doing, I got to, again, in this deceptive energy, in this situation here, he understands that he's got to play things by the book. So, again, have faith in the process. Some of them ain't able to. If you got your hand in the lion's mouth, like my grandmother said, you can't just yank that sucker out, because that's going to make the lion to clump down more further on that. So we don't want him to do that. He's going to injure himself in the process. Thank you, angels, for clarifying on that. He understands he's moving into this energy, so saying, I got to have separation. Time for part from that again, because he's got a deeper knowing about things. These illusion is going away. He's getting more wise about some things, and he wants a whole new world. Okay? Also understand flirt. Okay? Also understand flirt. He's moving into the energies of flirt, because this is in reversal. Okay, so he's moving into this. So he's got some lighthearted energy. Some of you all, he might be in the 3D. He's flirting more. He's feeling more relaxed. Because you're becoming more relaxed. My DM is telling me sometimes he comes in and he helps and steps in. He said, because you're being more relaxed, so that makes me to be more relaxed. Remember, again, you got that infinity sign there. So when you become more relaxed within yourself with the divine feminine, divine masculine energies, that causes your 3D version of yourself to be more relaxed in return. So he said it's helping him to breathe. He just I didn't even look at, because I'm busy looking at you, and I ain't even looking at this. Right? He's like, I could be able to breathe more. You know how you be around somebody, they so damn nervous, they mess up your energy till you like, they tense and you become tense. You like, why I'm tensing up? I didn't come in this situation being tense like this. Now all of a sudden I'm tense because they tense. Okay? So the divine feminine said, okay, I got one for you. You want flirt? Okay? And then I want to have some playfulness. So it's a good energy of a balance between divine feminine and divine masculine energies right now. Getting into the flow of things, if I'm understanding that energy exchange here. And also getting into like in the heart of the matter. She's kind of in her youthfulness. In a good way, in a lighthearted, which means returning back to being like a child, a clean slate, being a sovereign being. That's what helps to bring on this mercy here, because you're doing a clean slate about everything. You know what? Life's too short. I ain't got time for this to keep on holding this grudges. Do I want the man or I don't want the man? If I do want it, then I got to clear off and just see him when he comes to present to me, and this is the way I want him. Thank you. This is the one that I want. I've got to, again, just kind of erase everything else. Because, again, I want to go the distance. I'm not even looking at these cards here. I'm just talking and running my mouth as usual. She, too, says, I don't have nothing around for me to go on. I'm just going off of pure, he said, adrenaline. Okay, thank you, divine feminine. And going off of sheer want and desire and having faith, so I can be able to win this race. Next thing is the divine feminine. You got to work on these finances and career here. Some of you all, they say it's affecting that. Some of you all, I was doing something. It was a funny thing yesterday on my timeline that happened a year ago. Raquel Jupiter 1111 had did something about clearing the root chakra, about the financial thing. I had did that yesterday. It just came on my side. I said, well, I think it's something I need to. Please go with that free stuff there. Go and do this. Say for the next 7 days. It said 90 for some of y'all. 7 to 90. That's interesting because I'm in class of 90. 7 to 90 on this one. You're not 90 days. Well, I mean, if your money is funny, and after 90 days, you'll be a, oh Lord, I'm channeling Nene Leaks from Atlanta Housewife. I'm a rich bitch. If you do that and you be a rich bitch at the end of 90 days, you gonna do it. So I would go ahead and do it. But definitely let's start with 7 days with this. Doing her root chakra thing. Why do you want this? Because you want a new life. You want to come out to shell emotionally, and you want to honor your emotions. You want to honor not even the emotions, but the divine feminine energies within you. You want this serendipitous, this fated event to happen. It seems like once you get this money and this career thing together, it's going to open it up for these miraculous things to kind of start popping up, because you got to clear that root chakra in it. Because they say the money is the root of all evil. Well, see, when they wrote that, they didn't know they mean the root, which means to get in touch with the root chakra. You got to do this because it's time to release. Whatever it is, you got to release this job, because whatever it is, or how you viewing finances or money, because it's time for you to ascend, to go up higher. Also, you got, again, this fate, because it's fate. It's really, abundance is your birthright. Excuse me, I felt it's going to come up, which means somebody got to do a big release on that one. You got to go about this blindly. Faith without seeing, okay? You got to be able to do that. This thing is about faith, so you got to let the spirit help to line you up, although you don't see where it's actually going from, coming from. Again, they want you to keep an open mind about some things. Your divine masculine looks like he's ready to have this conversation again, or come towards you. Some of you all, again, he's coming towards you. He wants to have this conversation with you, and you want to be open when he comes to this. You don't want to be hiding behind this pillar like she is and say, oh, I'm not quite ready yet. I'm just about to, either she's about to put on the clothes or take off the clothes. It's one of the two here. And they might differ. We know, I seen them with somebody had like a survey, and they was talking about when it came to the divine twin flames, that they had like 3 things that you were dealing with your twin flame, and one of them was that that you had different religions. Okay, so both you and the divine counterpart, a masculine, might have different belief systems. two might have different and back. You two might have different belief systems as well, or the way he is, or the way he goes about doing things might be totally different. That's just like me and my divine masculine, totally different. We have to understand that we have to go about being open. That goes back to that mercy and that empathy. This is because, imagine, to me, you got to come to the point that right now, when you imagine him in this emperor thing, you got to really imagine that these differences that you and your divine counterpart have is, something that you could come together apart. You got to picture how that could be a melding pot of two ideas. This is interesting. I didn't see this too talking to you. Religious factors, whatever it is, spiritual religious factors, it is influencing and stopping you all from coming together. So you all have got to come to this point, you divine feminists, understanding that the way they think, the way their lifestyle, their family background, their heritage, the age, I think that's what it's talking about. It's like the age, the age is different backgrounds, all that stuff is not, like ages ain't nothing but a number. Belief system, they do that could be different. My parents, both of them, two different beliefs as well as AME, and we're non-denominational as well. Metaphysics, you learn from each other as long as you all both go in there with an open mind, and and you respect each other. There shouldn't be a clash of titans. That's why it should be, like they say, an exchange of gifts. So again, you need to be like the cat. Be very flexible with it. Find different ways, like say 9 lives, that just because this is coming at you, don't say, well, I'm gonna die and off to the next one, like they say with 9 lives, or you dancing around the subjects and you really feeling as if you are not emotionally masking yourself, or you dancing to a tune and letting the person kind of crank you. Although you said, I don't kind of agree with that philosophy of stuff, I just doing it because I want to be in this. And that causes an issue. So, you want it to be an even exchange of energies with that one, okay? Let's see what they think about the connection. What's happening with the connection? Clear. I didn't like because I didn't ask. For the divine masculine, I did say what's happening connection, but I want a general. What's happening for the connection for the divine masculine? And what's happening the same ones, okay? And what's happening with the connection for the divine feminine? That's too many. So the divine masculine right now feels like he's in the point this weekend. It's just like right now he's underneath the tree. He's gaining knowledge right where he's at. He's allowing the divine feminine the freedom that while they're still connected, for her to be able to kind of look around, survey the territory, and they still got their freedom. It's right there. It's not to them yet, but it's right there the way they can feel it, touch it, smell it, and taste it here. So it's like, we're still connected, and what I'm picking up from this card is like the divine master say, I'm not kind of worried right now. We're still connected together, so I'm going to let her kind of like look around, she's like, oh, baby, look at that. That's a little air. Oh, baby, look at that. That's a butterfly. So it's just enough openness there to say, we still connected, and there's still some freedom in the expression of the connection. The divine masculine wants to continue to keep the divine feminine open. He understands he's got to really stand in his emotions as well when it comes to this connection. And really when somebody's like this means I'm kind of really comfortable about whatever kind of position that I'm in. I know when I do that, either I'm stretching, I'm getting some more movement in this, and I feel very comfortable in it. So the divine feminine feels comfortable, and both of them are looking in the same direction, and they are connected. So this is where he's feeling right now. The divine masculine again is he is connected to the divine feminine. Divine masculine is like, I'm gonna let you divine feminine kind of we connected again, kind of just look around, look at the territory, look at everything. And this to me is the divine master is not really scared about what's going on. It's like, I know she mind on top of this divine. But most time you, to be honest with you, a lot of times the divine masculine are not, in a certain way, are not really scared about. They understand and they say that they're yours, divine feminines. They do know that. That's why some of them kind of take they be pussyfooting. I'm hearing somebody else jump in my body about them getting into the relationship, because they do feel too also that you know, you're not going anywhere. They feel the connection. They don't know what it is, but they like, it's something about it. I feel like we tethered, we tied. So I don't think she's going anywhere. And so sometimes they kind of take their time and saying, let me kind of go and like work on this situation or this relationship at my own speed and my own time. This is it. They got the peacock here. So peacock again is learning about this, dealing with her own confidence. As well. That's also a symbolism. I've read that up what peacock represents too. Is building her own confidence, her own self-worth, her respect. So he said, okay, you know, we tethered together, kind of, I'm gonna give you this openness here to kind of deal with still some things that I know that you do, but we're still connected. When it comes to the divine feminine here, whoa, some of the divine feminines here about when we come to this connection again, understanding that. Who is that? Oh, okay. So this divine masculine, they feel again that they want the divine masculine to create this, make this connection. They like, now it's your turn. You got to make some kind of move and make this happen here. Understand they want this commitment here, because I see this marital cow here as well represented here. But behind also, he wants her. They feel when it comes to this connection, like this divine master got this big move. I keep on saying, make that move right now, baby. So he's got this big action behind it. He's hiding. She sensed that about this, getting into this really serious commitment when it comes to this divine masculine as well. So they feel that the divine masculine is making some moves, doing some things to kind of make the connection, and then also are hiding what their next big action is going to be when it comes to this commitment. Also with the divine feminine, they're riding on this elephant here, which means they're being nostalgic too about the direction that they're going into. They're riding on it. Now this is interesting. The divine feminine here is in the dominant position here. The divine masculine is just pretty much just taking in all of the action. There is a connection. They're looking at each other as well. This is kind of small. I can't tell if he's looking like, what are you doing? No, he's looking at that. They're connected. And so she's in her red. That's interesting. So she's grounded and rooted. And she's in her power because she's got a top on that's in yellow here. And at the top of his head, he's got something around his head, which is color red. So in this, maybe the downloads that he's receiving, they're understanding to help him to get grounded and rooted what he's doing. And she also feels some of the divine feminine energies feels when it comes to this connection, like this divine masculine. Like some of you all say, I want you to conquer me, while she's being comfortable in her confidence. To me, this again is like an emperor kind of like also feeling too. It's like, I know what I'm doing as well. But some of them, I see a shadow too to this too. It's like very over domineering too. And they're dominating as well. But again, you got these peacock here where it represents, you could say it's another thing. I'm getting this fork in the road. It's like the divine feminine is learning how to lay down her pride, while she's allowing the divine masculine to really to dominate or to get into position for this. So that's another way of putting that too as well. Let's get into the shadow. Well, I can't tell. I forgot we started back over again, so I can't tell what the time is on this one. Clear. Let's look at the actions. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, no. Let's start on this then. Let's start on this. Clear. What's the karmic actions that's going on for the divine masculine? And what's the karmic action that's going on for the divine feminine? Make it clear, make it plain. There we go. time is it? 7:04, 3:30, we out. Okay, so this karmic person that he's dealing with in this 3D thing here is the karmic action is like they're acting as if they are in the driver's seat. She's acting like a sheep in wolf's clothing as well. She's saying I'm standing in my power as well. And some kind of way, this looks like bed sheets to me. Or is this clothing? She feels that she has that's in his life has tried on a lot of personas, a lot of identities, and I'm getting the fork in the road on this one too. And so she feels like she's really center stage right now. That's going on in this here, because she's playing this like a lamb, like innocence, in this all. But she's anything else but that, and she's trying to be like she's vulnerable as well. So she believes she's really in the driver's seat about what's going on with this. Look like to me this looks also like the scenario of the bed. She's like, oh, okay, he the divine masculine think he leaving me. Okay, I'm gonna collect these bed sheets here. He ain't gonna try to climb up in here no more, climb out no more. I know this. So this karmic think that she's in her power. When I look at this, something is also in this karmic situation here. I'm getting so many levels on his. I got one thing, this karmic might be young and she's dealing with older man on the outside of this situation. This is what I'm picking up too. I'm picking up another scenario of this karmic. It might be younger and the divine masculine is been aged in here, but he still look good, but he's been aged, so he's maturing in this. When I look at this, to me, this is funny. It looks like the first thing when I look like is the skirt stuck on her and she's trying to get out. This divine masculine still believes in some ways he's helping this divine karmic. Again, watch about the karma, thinking about the karmic in the karmic way is helping you, is your own karma. It's keeping you stuck. Look at that. So I will be using the term divine karmic. Okay, so look at that and be informed and kind of see before you make a decision about what you're about to decide with the up and down on that one. Understand again that he feels like he's helping. This same thing I feel like it's like I'm trying to help her. She's stuck with this skirt on, and she's stuck. I don't see him trying to do anything like that. And it's interesting that this color is root. So he's helping to get grounded and rooted in something. The other day when I had did the reading, it seemed like in some ways, some of them are still, God bless you, divine masculine. If you're watching this and you are in this kind of situation, I'm going to let you know, just like my mom told me, you cannot change anybody. If you try to change anybody in a relationship, you're going to find yourself being more changed than them in the situation or the relationship. So in doing that, you can try, okay, because I feel just like now my dad didn't step there. I could feel that you could try to do that, and just like a masculine, like he's sending to me, they're going to do that because that's how you all do it. It's like your thing as a man is to fix things, okay? That's what that energy is. Problem solver, here I am. You got the skirt on, or you're trying to get grounded and rooted. Let me try to see how I can maybe help you. Thank you. I'm also picking up that the reason why they're saying it's like, this is my last thing. Maybe I can gift you with this. If I help you to get grounded and rooted in this, then when I get ready to walk, it'll make me feel much better karmically that I have tried to help you out. So like I'm clearing and creating some good karma to say, look, I'm leaving, but look, I left you and helped you to be a much better person when I left you than when I came in. So this is what I'm picking up from this card here. Okay, this is what the divine master feels in his karmic action. Is like, I'm going to try to clear up some karma by trying to help this karmic in it, and she's stuck in trying to get grounded and rooted in some things, and how she's really nurturing self. I only see one breast that's being exposed here. For the divine feminine, and her karmic actions here is, again, how she's portraying herself to the world, like really enjoying herself. So it's like the self-love, but let's watch the self-love that we're doing it that is genuine. Again, we got to make sure that, again, that here is, this is girded here, which means it's binded, it's blocked here, which is your solar plexus. Are you, while you talk about, yeah, I'm loving myself, I'm loving myself, I'm loving myself, I got my hair done, nails done, everything did, and you're like, okay, now, at the end of the day, is this truly you standing in your power, or are you doing this and feeling like saying you pleasure yourself? And it looks like to me, this is funny, it's a waterfall here, but you're busting at the seams from all this emotions. It's like you ain't handled that. You saying you all right, but it's just like, it's this pouring from you. This is interesting how this is it's being shown here. Also here with the divine feminine here, this is you. Although that you have, okay, this is several things here. If you are in the karmic, the 3D situation is showing up here, your divine masculine is trying to help you out too. That's funny. They're mirroring each other. He's trying to help out the divine feminine karmic, and he's trying to help you out as a divine feminine for you to get better too, energetically, okay? Because, again, your divine masculine karmic is trying to help you get well because your person hasn't awoken yet. Every time when I see this is third party, somebody's still asleep. Somebody stay woke. Doop, 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 doop. So somebody is still not awoken yet, okay? They're asleep. They're sleeping on you, okay? I got another scenario too with that. It could be even if they're not in there, your divine masculine might be like workaholic, person, place. It could be a place or a thing. He's still trying to help you out while you're trying to get into your divinity, divine feminine. But again, in your thinking, now this is deep, you still asleep. You ain't ready. Your emotions is kind of getting there, but in your thinking, you're asleep. It's a whole bunch of things, but somebody, again, their partner or even in that part of them is not ready, is still asleep. You feel like right now, we got the Six of Swords here. You don't want to rock the boat. This called rock the boat, change positions, honey, do position, do position. Stroke it for me, stroke it for me, stroke it for me. So we don't want to rock the boat. So some kind of way it's like, you know what, where we at? We've gotten to this point right here. Some of you all in third party energies, or some of you all to say, I'm not even dealing with that, I'm just myself. Right now you just want to kind of just maintain right where you are. Let's not bring nothing else on to the party. Let's just deal with the energies that we have, okay? Next thing what we have here when we're talking about what's the shadow, is going to go faster after this because all I'm going to do is hit and quit it here. Let me come out and do my thing. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up. They on the scene. Get on up like a sex machine. Get on up, get up, get on up, get up down, get on up, get up, get on up. Hey. I want you. No, give me these because I didn't bring them out. Clarify with this. Excuse me. Woo, you got to release divine masculine. What's this revenge stuff? You want to revenge? Because you feeling like time is of the essence. You got a slanted truth. One of them is pointing straight down, and you rooted in the wrong thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I put it down now and start talking. Okay, what's this revenge about? Please explain. What is this? Woo, didn't want to stay in my hand. 6 of Cups. Okay, so to me, what I'm picking up is like you're really ready to present this cup to your divine feminine. You say, I feel I'm native. I'm kind of familiarized with where I'm at right now. And this divine feminine here is coming with her energies, like she's in this energies and she's ready. You got the 7 of Cups here, but right now you're like it's a standstill here. Ain't no movement here because emotional. And things feel like to you, it's kind of like washing away in the thing because you got this 8 of Cups here. You want this new beginning. And it's got a dolphin there, so that's with the twin flame. Look like she's pregnant too. Look like she's got this new beginning. She's like in the mothering thing. It's like, you know, I got to go. Like you said, you just don't know what this person did. It's like right now at the point you in, the shadow of you is where point you in right that line that I'm picking up. It's like you want to just do about any means necessary. But see, you can't do that with that because then you create more karma trying to get out of it. You rather do good karma, which I understood what your plan was. Like when you said organize, oh, I'm getting back to you. When you say organized chaos, it looked like chaos to us, but you know what you're doing. This looked like organized chaos. It's like what you doing trying to help her out. You know, I know, I'm divine sunshine, so I know. But my thing is like, okay, so right now, and the point of view is kind of in shadow. Some of you like, I don't want to damn help her out. I just want to get out of it now because I want to offer this cup. Because you feel like it's always the divine feminine. It's kind of like, I'm off, baby, you know. Nothing but smooth sailing tonight. Christopher, that sailing takes me away to where I want to be. Christopher Cross thing. You got do 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 do. So you really ready to sail on. You feel the divine feminine. Like forget it. I'm gonna take this new star with me. You got one dolphin out here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I got to do. Oh wow. Yeah, but you can't do that, divine masculine. The angel said that you can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that here. Divine feminine, you got to get to the point that you want to make peace with the ugly parts of you as well. Although you say I'm self-loving, but the emotions is pouring out everywhere. You got to get control of that. Yeah, I can see this. 4 cups spilled everywhere. You got to deal with this shadow. This is going to block you from you to be coming from that energy of mercy and being able to actually see that divine masculine in that emperor energy. If you can't get a hold of that, that's why I say you're leaking. You think you got a hold, but you got a hold of it, but you're actually leaking emotions still, trying to act like, you know, I'm feeling myself, but then you got these emotions going on. Yes, you got to work with that because again, what was that first card that had came out there? Have faith in the process. That you got to remember that everything is like material. Everything is material, like a comedian. Comedian goes on stage and they say everything from like what happens with my wife, what happens with my at work, or when I'm interacting with that. All that's material I use to go up on stage to tell jokes. All this stuff is material that you use on the divine adventure to be able to have your freedom. All of this. It's not spilled cup. Stop looking at it from this point of view like, oh my God, it's over. This cups has been spilled. You got, and you so busy looking at the spilled cups there. You got one cup still here that's being offered to you. So that's what you got to deal with. Wow. Okay, remember, we got to have faith in the process. Things don't look the way they seem, and you got to have faith in the process too, Divine Master. You can't make things happen. You can't do no Malcolm X on this and talk about by any means necessary. I'm going to do what I got to do to make this happen. You're going to create more karma. Clear. Karma, again, is your intentions and the way it comes out with the end results. All right, Divine Masculine, what's going on? Let's make this quick. Let's go right on straight through this. Okay, Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine. Well, we got to surrender now. Let's get to the solutions. Let's see. We got Divine Master. You got to surrender to the wisdom of your body. Your body knows what's going on, what feels good, what needs to get rid of. Listen to your body's message about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Okay? That's how you should know about what you need to do with that. Next one, for the Divine Feminine, surrender to inner peace. Right. This right here, this ain't peace right here. Okay? Because you got to have faith again into the process. Both of you all. So in your Divine Feminine energies this weekend, surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Okay, what are some life changes that we're going through this weekend? Remember, they're telling me to say that even when I give these things, it lasts for like 3 days. As well, so it'll be today, tomorrow, and it'll even go into Monday. Clear. So they bring that to me. They say tell them 3 days from whenever they watch this. Just remember it's timelines. It's the timeline sensitive. That means whenever time you do watch this, it's the right time. Divine Masculines, you need to. I did that again. What this card come out for? Oh Lord, that ain't this in the wrong thing. But it sure came out. They want you to also know, Divine Master. They say, hold on, one more thing. You need to surrender to obsessive thinking. Okay? If you're obsessing about a person and situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Because, again, you got to trust the process. This goes back to this, again, about this revenge here. Okay? I like that. Go Angels. That's for you. All right, let's go on the next one. I'm going to add that on to my thing there. Go Angels. You do a better to me, I'll do a better to you. How about that? Catch me on the highway. All right. Road to heaven. All right, here we go. Family changes. Divine Master, you got to kind of get in the point here of family changes. I think why you kind of staying in this thing is because, again, you figure if you kind of heal the divine karmic feminine in here, it's going to make it better for you. The dynamic you all sharing children as well. You want to kind of get her right and tight so it doesn't backfire on you and the kids as well. That's what I'm picking up as well for that. Understanding that really you got to change your dynamics about how you see in family. You know, you don't want family again by any means necessary. You want a genuine family. Some of you all from past readings I had seen, some Divine Masters have gotten in there and tried to create the sense of a family union based upon what things they had seen growing up. Again, as you as Divine Twins, you are to create your own new template of what a family actually is, because that one no longer suited. Some of the family dynamics has been based upon hurt, pain, and those things are no longer suited for you. You came here on earth to set a new way of living, a new way of being a twin. Sobriety, they keep on saying that. Somebody, I'm glad one of the subscribers that told me, said that they, Divine Masculine, did suffer from, confirmation, is alcohol. Some of them is being, I talked to a Divine Masculine about that, and he brought up a very good point too, and I'm going to share this. I would love for him to share it himself, but this again, and I hope he gives me permission to do this too as well, but I know we'll talk about it later if you're upset. But my thing is understanding that with some of them that's on this twin flame journey, they use the usage of drugs to be able to cover up and stop the sensitivity that goes along with the gift of being a twin flame, and their usage of that or even being in a situation because of being so empathic. In uses of drugs helps them to deal with, be able to kind of be able to take or in the situation of things that are happening here. This divine masculine, some of you are rather is drugs, or rather you're thinking too much, excessively thinking. Anything that you're doing habitually, that you're doing it on purpose, is voluntarily you're doing it, and you know that it's not good for the mental health, the physical health, your psychological health, your emotional health, all that stuff. It needs to stop. I did the 12-step program with you all, and I'm very for real about that you all need to go to the AA site and go step by step. That is the steps that are used for ascensions, period, across the board. Rather is you got an addiction or not. Those are some very good steps to use. Even in my church, we call it the mastermind prayer. Let me even give you this one. Here's another arsenal. You say, well, I don't like that because I ain't got no drug problem like that. It ain't really about that. Let me read you mine, and then I'll try to also add this on. It's called the mastermind prayer as well. Do I have this? It's been so long. Where is it at? Is it down or up? Choo. Got all his pictures on here. It's up here down. It's got to be down. Hold on a second. Let me do it like this. Then I can see it. And I ain't got my glasses on. This is helping everybody. Here we go. Woo! This sucker's so damn small. It's 8 steps. So now if you say 12 steps too much, 8 steps is another one. So this is not one to add onto your arsenal. 8 steps into the mastermind. It said step number 1, I submit. I admit that of myself, I am powerless to solve my problems, powerless to improve my life. I need help. This starts at 31. Number 2, I come to believe that a power greater than myself, the mastermind, can change my life. Number 3, I am ready to be changed. I realize that erroneous self-defeating thinking is the cause of my problems, unhappiness, fears, and failures. I am ready to have my beliefs and attitudes changed so my life can be transformed. Number 4, I decide to be changed. I make a decision to surrender my will and my life to the mastermind. I ask to be changed at depth. Number 5, I forgive. I forgive myself for all my mistakes and shortcomings. I also forgive all other persons who have harmed me. Number 6, I make known my specific requests, asking my partner's support in knowing that the mastermind is fulfilling my needs. And so at that point, you will actually ask. Okay? Number 7, I give thanks. I give thanks that the mastermind is responding to my needs, and I assume the same feelings I would have if my requests were fulfilled. Number 8, I dedicate my life. I now have a covenant in which it is agreed that the mastermind is supplying me with an abundance of all things necessary to live in a successful and happy life. I dedicate myself to be of maximum service to God or source, whoever you believe in, and those around me, to live in a manner that sets the highest example for others to follow, and to remain responsive to God's guidance or source guidance. I go forth with a spirit of enthusiasm, excitement, and expectancy. I am at peace. I am at peace. I am at peace. And so it is. And that's so funny right there. Raquel is with me. Oh my Lord. This is, oh my God. And right at the same time, Raquel is sitting saying, amen, I come in agreement, and so it is. Show me that 11. I know you can see that. I'm not putting anything else on there. But if you can see it right there. So you can see I ain't joking. See the divine thing right there? I know she's going to be cracking and laughing at that. Right there. Ring the bell. So that means that source heard. At the same time, unbelievable. Just as soon as I finished that. Now, you can't tell me that's not divine time and it works. on that one. And I'm taping right now. Here we go. So next thing for the divine feminine here is gracefully aging. Okay, gracefully aging. Again, go through this and understanding the process of having faith as you mature. Go through it gracefully. Practice mercy. Don't go into it kicking and screaming as you're going along it, but understanding that again, this is something that you have to do. You got a lot of chakras that you got to do here. Again, your sacral, back to divine masculine family things. You got to watch your connection, how you manifesting things so it can be able to help you to blossom. And to your bliss, things that make you happy, and your heart chakra will be in the background. Instant sobriety for you, divine masculine. Again, get those downloads. Let your heart chakra be in the background, and you got to be able to stand in your power. This is what you just did there. That's helpful. For the divine feminine, for you gracefully age here, you got to eliminate some things because there's a little tinge of brown in there. You also got to stand in your power. We got the solar plexus represented there, and you got your sacral here too, represented with the orange there. So how you connecting to others and how you're able to manifest things, which is going to help you to get into your bliss. You also got to give the grief work. You got to let go of those things. Even myself, I'm practicing every night purposefully for the past 30 days. I don't know where I am on this thing here. Really trying to really like unload and forgive things when it comes to the divine masculine energies. And it is so interesting how it's helping to be lethargic, because even when I do it, the next minute I'm getting some kind of confirmation from the divine masculine, whether it's 5D or 3D. In regards to that, you've got to let go of what could have been, what should have been, what you want it to be, as well, for this one. And so understand that's going to help you to get into your bliss and to be able to empower that. Almost at the end, folks, because I just looked here and I forgot that I started 2 times. I'm thinking like this is the first time. I was like, oh, I'm doing real good. Okay, so next thing that we have here as well is what's the divinity clear that they want the divine masculine to step into according to source. Whoa, gotcha. And for the divine masculine, what they want you to, divine feminine to step into. It understand. They say, I got you. We knew what you was talking about. It ain't no difference. Too many. No, right here. Okay, divine masculine. You got to put some boundaries up here. With yourself, it said, that's the first thing that jumped on. So you got to have some boundaries with yourself about this anger stuff. It was truly the truth. Because you got the crystal ball. You got the future is in your hand. Just like how the divine feminine is using her imagery to imagine you to be in your emperor kind of energy. Same thing that you got to do as well to be able to be in your into your power, seeing to being with the divine feminine and changing your where you are with this thing, making sure again that you are standing in your power with this sword down for the real deal, not this fake stuff, because you're trying to be revengeful. 2 different cards. Both of the females got the swords. They're armed and ready. They want you to be able to get to the point you're going to have to surrender. This is going to help you to become very balanced. This is going to make you be very zen-like. And you're going to be able to, you might have to balance on your head. That means you got to take a different route in order to be able to get this as well. Balance on your head. Like, think with your head, too. Although you're feminine with your emotions, but you got to kind of think with your head, too. Because all this stuff, to me, this always reminds me of premeditated part of a crime of passion, where you're doing it from your emotional space. That's most of the time when that stuff kind of happens. We don't want to have that happening as well. Divine feminine, understand God of obstruction. It's okay for things to kind of stop. It's okay if you're the one that's putting stop to things. That's going to help you to stand and be grounded and rooted in your power as well. Woo, that's a fine divine masculine specimen right there. Okay, next one, goddess of destruction. This is interesting. So you got both these energies. It's okay to stop things and block things, and it's okay to destroy and tear up things too. Okay, because you got Kali and Ganesha. You got both of them here. How's that? But both of these two energies here, and red here, which means you gotta get grounded and rooted here. Look like that color came up earlier, wasn't that color combination with something? And I was like, oh, here's the red and the yellow. Again, grounded, rooted, and solar plexus. If you don't do no other kind of thing, right? Because I told you all to do root chakra with about that money. This is funny. This is the feminine energy. Do that root chakra about that money, get that finances together, and this weekend do the solar plexus. If you don't do any other kind of chakra work to create that balance right here, do your root and your solar plexus. Go to Jupiter 1111's thing for free stuff. And they want you to get a guide and awakening. Some again here, you had this person that was sleeping up in this bed here. Your thinking here, you got to kind of shake that up. You got to be kind of warrior-like. Somebody, it still leads back to you about that thinking. It's not on track like it should be. What's the overall energies that they want for this connection period from source? And that's it. I think it's going to be a little long one. Going to be a little long one. Clear. Whoa, man. But I was looking at this one, but you... Okay, you know what? Okay. See how the angels do me? See how I do? I said I was just going to do the connection together. And they going to make me separate it. You see how they do me? Okay. I see you. We ain't got to fight on that. They're like, no, it's not the same energy. It's not the same energy, child. Whoa. We got spades here. 4 of swords here. Divine masculine, when it comes to this thing, you got to deal with this energy here. This emotions here. This is all like throwing a tantrum. This immaturity thing that you got here. This goes several ways. You even got to deal with this person here that's angry. They got the same energy here. It's rather the karmic and the divine, that feminine energies within you. Because right now, that karmic person is nothing but reflecting what's going on with you. So you got to get that handled. Okay? Woo! Wait! I got to put this up close here. Yes, this the okay. So, Source said they in agreement with it. They want this to happen with divine feminine, and you are making that connection there. She on top riding, so she's the one that's in the driver's seat. She riding you. But again, they go that red there. That's that emperor. They go all this stuff. Like they want you to be in that emperor. Red there again. Red there again. Red there. Look. Right here. He's got that red cape on again. So they want you in that Superman energies. They want you in that Emperor Man. You the super divine. They want you in that. So this could rightfully occur for the divine feminine. But you got to get that conflict out the way. That conflict. You got 5 of swords, their energies. Again, when I see here, you got this well, you do got a tower and a castle. Ooh, now this is what I'm picking up when I look at this. You got a 7 of swords. Oh, you leveling in this conflict here. If this is 8 of swords, I'm gonna hold on. Yep, it's in order. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you're leveling in this conflict with this thinking, divine masculine. So if I read it like this, let me put it in order because I had it all out of order. Here I didn't know how, but that's how it was showing me. No, they say keep it in there, but he is leveling because he's got all of them out here. So it's the order of how they want you to understand this. You're going to have this tower moment that's got to happen at home because this is like a cat, like king of my castle, but this is a tower behind here. So there's a tower moment that's occurring here that's got to deal with association with the home. Okay? So something about to go down. Interesting. This is 6 of swords here. This is a fox here. This is you being a monster right now with whatever's going on here with this thing here. Somebody laughing at you because it looks like to be like whoever it is, like she's got this Joker thing here. she this karmic, which is would be in the energies like jester, like a, you know, it's like a, I don't like to say the negative things, but again, a jester, a court jester, which is really a person that don't really have any power. When you talk about the court, all they do is make people laugh. So she's there for entertainment purposes. Let's put it that way. Is going to walk away with this this wolf here. Interesting. She had portrayed earlier. Please make sure I put where that at. Where that. She was a sheep in wolf's clothing. Now I just talked about this wolf here. Here go the sheep here. Here go the wolf here. And again, she's just there for entertainment purposes, and she gone. So like I did my thing. Well, I was about to again that glamorous life anyway, which is entertainment. Gone off with the wolf. She's acting like a sheep. He didn't got his prey. What he want? She's saying she in the driver's seat right here, and they off and going. And you up there kind of like hollering about the whole situation here. You and your monster thing. It's like, no, not hollering. They told me, they say, you like, what? Really? So that's how the story ends. Right there. For the divine feminine. The energies that they got here, you got a whole bunch of cups. Ain't that sweet? He got to deal with that conflict. You got to deal with your cups. So really, you being very comfortable with the divine masculine. You all might even go out to, he's eating. So some kind of way you seeing that he's make sure he's being fed too again. This is a 7 of cups here as well. So you stalemate and you kind of sitting there kind of thinking, but you still in it to win it with the divine masculine because he's there. He's like, well, right now I'm getting fed some information. So that's what's going on with that. But you're there. You're keeping them company. So that means you still in that riding to die kind of thing. Is this in this riding? If this sucker is, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's the same cards come out here. So, but this is in cups. 7, 7, 7, 6. I can't lose my hand. I feel like somebody playing cards. 6, 5, 5, 4, and 4. All right, source. I see you. So there we go. So he's got over here the same thing. They're mirroring. You all are mirroring each other. He's handling the divine masculine, is handling these swords. This conflict in the mind, and you dealing with what matters of the heart over here. And you all are both leveling up. Good. We both leveling. Okay. So now with the divine feminine, you dealing with that. You still in it to win it, but you're at a stalemate right now. Ain't nobody moving up. You just kind of enjoying each other's company. Okay. Next thing we see here is being able to me, like I say, just sitting there and getting knowledge right where you are. You're just soaking it all in. 6, being able to see, I say the forest beyond the trees, but it's not really a forest. It's just a tree there. I remember one time, a lot of times when we were doing like meditations, they used to say, go to yourself to a forest area like that. See yourself seeing, taking it in. So I'm thinking more so you being in a meditative state, really meditating and drawing this in here, getting some more knowledge right where you are. You're also moving into the energies of understanding here. Divine feminine energies, the source say they understand that you got some options, you got some other people here, and you like, listen here, homie, I don't really want to talk to you. Some of you all, you moving in energies about some other things trying to come, like distractions, or it could be person, place, or things that's coming and try to get you off. You in all white, which to me, you in your spirituality as well. You even got like a little hand there trying to cover up the part, like, nah, you ain't, nah, brother, or this thing. There's a distraction, 5 of cups there. I see you coming, but she's like I really wish you get away from me. Okay, so you want the distractions to get away, and also Four of Cups here. This goes so many ways. The divine masculine's on its way. Number two, the divine masculine is going around. You feel that the divine masculine is finding its ways to go around the obstacles, and it's like, again, the door opportunity. He's opening it up. This is Four of Cups again. And I'm picking up the first thing when I look at here, it said divine masculine is spying on you. He's doing that too. So you're on social media or whatever, I just let you know that's picked up. Spirit say they see source say, I see your divine masculine looking at you. He be spying too. He be lurking. He be stalking, because he in stalking mode. But to me, it's like it's right around the corner. It's adjacent. He's looking. He's on his way. He's opening the door. He's just right there. So be patient. Trust the process. Have faith in the process. Faith until you make it. Thank you, Kiki, for that quote that she gave us. And everything will be all right. So again, this is for the weekend update. I know this is an extremely long one here, but have your popcorn, have whatever as well. I will be offering a new thing. The next video I'm going to do and show you all a freebie, which is I've been guided from Spirit to do love letters from divine unisouls, which means from your twin flame as well. It is going to be $14. Okay, thank you. Yes, angels. Thank you for that again. 2 confirmations. Okay, Archangel Michael and Raphael. I'm getting slammed both ways. To say to do that is be $14. You can go to divineunisouls11.co and order that. Please understand the order. If I get a lot of requests for it, that I'm going in the order that I received that, and allow 24 to 72 hours. You don't need to book on my VisiBook. Don't go on that. This one I'm doing straight from my website. This one is different. Readings, I'm going to leave that for that. But for this one, I'm doing specials. I'm going to try to do something different where I will do it on my website. And then we'll see how that goes along with that. But this is $14. And I will do a personalized love letter from your divine unisoul. All right, until always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you. And don't forget about the InstaReading as well. If you're first time there, you can get an instant downloadable reading from me. You pick your situation and your solution. That's $7 for the situation, $4 for the solution. You can do either or. And that's another way that you can get a reading from me right there on the spot. The other one, the love letter, is not downloadable, and you won't get it right on the spot. That's going to take some time for me and Spirit to connect, but that will be personalized. But the other one, you can get right there if you need a quick answer and you don't have time to wait for me to get back to you, or you need something very reasonable and very cheap. Right there, you can do it at all times of the night. It's open 24/7. You can get a reading from me from that using the instant reading. I have regular readings, and I have ones that have all the McNasty, the 18 and over ones too. So go check that out as well. All right then, love you. I holla.